Toya, like, what's going on, y'all? This be your boy Scott by Nature TV, and we're here for another review of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So let's get right on into it. Okay, so first of all, we started off with Kenya, Marlo, and Fallon. Okay, now Kenya comes in, and Fallon and Marlo is already in the building. So we get into Fallon. Now Fallon wants to introduce, well, not introduce, but invite Marlo and Kenya to her Halloween party that she's having. Now Marlo already told Fallon that she can't come, but Kenya's kind of disappointed because Marlo isn't coming, and we already know that Marlo can pull off a real good nasty Halloween outfit because she did the damn thing with her Baps outfit. So that's one thing Marlo can do because she is a clown, so she can give you a show like a clown. Okay, so that's what she's here to do. One thing about it, and two things for sure when it comes down to Fallon, and I think that Sakina and I had the same sentiments, and I think that me and Erica De Niro had the same sentiments, that I feel like Fallon is overrated by Twitter. Very overrated. She's been a mute for most of the season, and everybody gives her all of this praise, and what has she done until now? But okay, because the bitches get real pissed when you say one thing about Fallon. I don't get how this silent person has all these fans that you cannot say anything about her. So then as Kenya and Marlo are sitting there talking, Marlo informs Kenya that Latoya was telling all of her business to the girls that don't like her. And at this point, Kenya's like, she's cool on Latoya. She feel like she can't trust Latoya. She feel like Toya is betraying her, which she is, and she doesn't think that she can trust her, period. I mean, and that's just really the gist of the situation. I don't think she can trust her either. I won't be able to trust somebody that's going to go to the ops and tell my fucking business. Like that's just real shit. Like, people can sit up here, like, because I know people love to hate Kenya. Everybody love to hate Kenya and all this shit. And I know I've been one of the ones that have said things about Kenya, called her out, cussed her out, all of this other shit. So I know it. Everybody loves to hate Kenya. But at the end of the day, no matter what Kenya has done, Latoya is dead ass wrong for doing what the fuck she doing to Kenya, okay? Kenya has been nothing but her ride or die, always taking up for her, defending her and her messiness and everything like that, thinking that she finally had a friend, and you go over there to the bitches that she don't fucking like to sit up here and tell them all of her fucking business. You know that Portia don't like her, you know that Drew don't like her, and you know 9 times out of 10 if Portia don't like her, you know Shamia don't like her either. So why would you feel like it's okay for you to go over there and tell them your so-called friends' business? That don't make no sense to me. And I just feel like if Kenya don't want to fuck with Latoya no more, she got every right not to want to fuck with her no more, because myself personally wouldn't want to fuck with her after that, because that was just really ridiculous. Like, girl, are you serious? Like, is that what you do? But then again, the people say that Latoya been doing this shit to her friends in the past, so I wouldn't be fucking surprised. And I'm just gonna let y'all know this one thing. This week they filmed a reunion for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and baby, let me tell you, baby, Latoya gonna get her ass ate the fuck up from all sides at this reunion. You can't tell me that she not. So, child, listen. So Drew and her mom, they talk about, you know, biology pretty much. This is basically what this conversation is about, okay? So come to find out, Drew's mom was adopted. She never knew her biological parents. And at this point in time, after 70 years, she really don't want to know her biological parents because they never reached out to her. They never done any of that for her, anything like that. So I can only imagine how she feels because, you know, there's nothing wrong with being adopted. One of my best friends was adopted. You know what I mean? He was adopted. And I got different insight as to what it was like to be an adoptive child and the way that he loved his mother, regardless of whether or not she was biologically his mom or not. He loved her to death, and now his adopted father passed away too, just I think a year or two ago. So that was a lot for him to deal with. And so regardless of that, he even gotten to know his biological family at some point in time. You know what I mean? So, you know, it gave me a different insight on what it's like to be an adoptive child, because I always had certain feelings about it. I always felt like a person was adopted, that means they biological parent didn't want them or something like that. Which was possibly true. The biological parent probably didn't want them, but for specific reasons. That, I mean, could be in a situation where they probably was raped or they just couldn't take care of the child. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So with Drew's situation, her son, Josiah, shout out to my buddy and my good friend Josiah's World TV. Shout out to my brother. She gave birth to him during the time that her baby's father was put in jail. Josiah never knew his biological father. The only father he knows is Ralph. That's the only father that he knows. So this is basically a situation where, you know, the biological father is calling Drew, you know, because he wants to see his son. And Drew doesn't want to be the one to keep, you know, the son away from the father. And so I could just skip the rest of the scenes and go right on to the other conversation. So Drew and Ralph, they have a conversation basically, and Drew gets emotional because she doesn't want what she has to change with Ralph as far as her son's relationship with Ralph, because Ralph came into Josiah's life at the age of 3. So basically Ralph is the only father that her son has ever known. So why would she want to switch that up? You know what I'm saying? And I understand. I totally understand where she's coming from with that. But at the same time, Ralph, who just lost his own father, basically told her that, you know, you don't want to be keeping him away from his father. Regardless of what you may feel about him, you don't want to keep him away from him. So just let him have that moment. Let him know who his father is and all this other stuff. So they go to Josiah and they talk to him about it. Josiah over it. You know, he want his sushi. He don't give a fuck about this conversation. You know, they asked him, did he want to know his biological father? And he said no. And I was like, yes, honey, yes. Josiah don't give a fuck about that man. He don't give a fuck about that man. But at some point in time, he's going to have to know who the hell he is. You know what I mean? Like, he's going to have to know. Because he's young now. So he's really not... He really doesn't know much or know any better right now because he's very young. But when he gets older, he may want to know who his father is. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I'm glad that Ralph was saying that he didn't like that the old dad thing. He didn't like that because it's still his father. I like the way Ralph was thinking with that. Regardless of the situation, that's still his father. So just give him that respect and just keep it moving regardless of what we think about it, you know? Okay, so Portia is feeding PJ. Kenya and Shay talk about how Latoya is a fake ass bitch. And I'm surprised to see Shay because we ain't seen Shay in a while. And Candy's working out because she got a new movie role. So those were those 3 little scenes right there. So Cynthia and Mike, they meet up where they go together for like I guess for drinks or whatever. And this is after their wedding. And you know, Mike starts talking about the homes and shit. Like he you know, he likes it in Atlanta. He wants to spend most of his time in Atlanta, but he wants to keep his place in LA. You know, Lake Bailey can be a place for them, but he also wants to get a place that's for them. You know, for both of them. Not just for Cynthia, not just for Mike, but for them. And they can have their own isolated areas like Lake Bailey and like, you know, the house in LA. And, you know, Cynthia is down for, you know, Michael is an alpha male like me. And, he's gonna take charge and do all the stuff that a man needs to do, you know what I mean? So she's just gonna follow his lead, you know. And then, you know, Drew calls and invites Cynthia on a trip to New Orleans because she has an acting gig there and she wants to take all the girls to New Orleans. And of course, Cynthia's down with it, but Mike said he's down with it too, as long as she don't bring Bolo with her. And that was funny as a motherfucker. I like how Mike is a good sport about it. It's time for Fallon'S birthday. Not her birthday party. It's time for Fallon'S Halloween party, okay? And Candy killed that costume. I think hers was the best one. Her and Fallon's were the best ones. She killed her costume. Fallon was not here for Cynthia's costume. She felt like Cynthia could have done a lot better than coming to the damn party as hand sanitizer. Portia's costume could have been better. I've seen her do much better than what she did tonight. I just felt like she just, you know, kind of threw that together. But she did admit that she just threw that together. She got it for Party City, child. So, but like I said, I've seen Portia do much better than what she did tonight. Like, her costume wasn't ugly and it wasn't bad looking, but It was basic. In my eyes, it was basic. So Kenya is telling the girls that Marlo isn't coming to the party. And Shamia and Portia and Drew, I don't think it's Portia. Shamia and Drew, they have their little snide remarks about her telling them that, Marlo not coming to the party. And I'm just like, can y'all grow up? Like, why can't y'all just grow up? Like, for real, for real. Especially Shamia. Because I'm just saying this, just to say this right here. Like, y'all know I like Shamia, but she's doing way too much in this instant in regards to this Portia situation. Like, she's going so hard for her. And that she should, because that's her best friend of many, many years, starting from childhood. But I'm not even going to go there, because the moment I say anything about Portia, it's I'm obsessed. I have a hatred for her. It's this and that. So I'm not even going to go into all of that shit. Y'all already know where I'm going to go with this, so I'm not even going to go there. Like, I ain't got time for these folks to be coming in here. You're hatred, you're obsessed. And the moment I respond, then it's a problem. So, I ain't going there. Latoya comes in and she starts shading the fuck out of Fallon, talking about that's what 60-year-old husbands do when they... And I'm just like, are you mad or are you jealous? Because why the fuck you coming in this woman's house, shading her house and shading her fucking husband? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Who does that shit? Like, who the fuck does that? If I was Fallon, she would have been fucking gone. How can you come in my house and shade me and my motherfucking man? Are you serious? You can't be. You cannot be serious at all, honey. You cannot be serious. Like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like, something is seriously wrong with Fallon. I mean, with Latoya. Seriously. Something is seriously wrong with her. Like, either she's really bitter about her own damn divorce, or she's just a dumbass bitch. And I said I wasn't going to use the word bitch outside of Basketball Wives, but Latoya just fucking stupid. Like, I don't like her. Like, she's so fucking dumb. Like, she just says anything out of her fucking mouth just to get some damn reaction. Girl, bye. They do a toast. And after that, Kenya goes and confronts Latoya. Kenya is over Latoya. But what I don't like about Kenya is that she talks to Latoya like she's a child. Like, she talks to Latoya like Latoya is her puppy. And Latoya lets her talk to her like that. But see, that's my thing with Latoya. You got all this smoke for Drew. You got all the smoke for Fallon. But yeah, when Kenya be rolling up on your ass, you ain't got nothing to say. I'm trying to understand, why is that? Is Kenya your owner or what? Because you let her talk to you any kind of way. You let her talk to you any kind of way. And you take it. But if that was Drew or Fallon, you would be somewhere trying to go in on them and doing all this extra shit. Like, you have all the smoke for them, but no smoke for Kenya. Like, are you serious? Now, Kenya got every right to be upset with you for the fake shit that you pull, but she don't need to be talking to you like you her fucking child. Like, she can't be serious with that, because she wouldn't be talking to me like that. And it's just some real shit. She would not be fucking talking to me like that, period. And that's just that on that. But Latoya is not owning up to it. She tried to throw candy into it and all this other shit, but you went and told her ops. That's the part you don't understand. You told her ops her fucking business. So just move on. But then Latoya gets ready to leave. She says she leaving the party because it's boring. Then she goes outside with Portia and she talks to Portia about Kenya's issue. And Portia said, what does that have to do with me? What does it have to do with her though? Like, what does it have to do with Portia? At the end of the day, you talking about you feeling like you got to pick a side. It's not about you picking a side. It's about being loyal. And at the end of the day, you can be friends with Portia all day. But have your loyalty to Kenya. And what I mean by have your loyalty to Kenya, because that's supposed to be your ride or die. Don't go to Portia and tell Portia her business when you know that Kenya got a beef with this girl. That's where you went wrong at, and that's where you was fucked up at. You know you were wrong for that shit. And you don't get no sympathy from me with that situation. And then you start going at Fallon yet again, shading her husband and shading her fucking house and talking about her having 3 kids by 3 different baby daddies and all of this other stuff at her house. And child, Fallon went and got a golf court, got a golf stick or something like that. It was ready to go down there. Like, Fallon lost her fucking mind and she was ready to beat Latoya ass. And to be honest, I wish they would have let her beat her ass, because Latoya been asking to get her fucking ass beat for the longest. Like, she been asking to get her ass beat. Like, we talk about Candace having a smart ass mouth and Candace having a fucked up ass attitude. This girl right here, she need to be checked. And she was going to get checked by a golf club. And she needed that shit for real. Like, for real. Because Latoya, she too much. She tacky as fuck, and I can't fuck with her, period. But with that being said, y'all, this is my review on the Housewives of Atlanta. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. Do whatever you see fit. If you want to follow me on any social media, it will be at the bottom. Be sure to tune in later on tonight for the Whether You Like It or Not reality TV and gossip panel, which stars myself, giving you the real tea, Bundy Blue, Jay Lee's Corner, Alexander Rogers, Ya Cortez, Jamie That's Me, Josiah's World TV, and Niecy Dixon. With that being said, you guys, I'm out here till next time. I'll holler at you later. Peace out.